Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of the Cry But Don't Quit show. Today I am here with a new guest. Some of you from Houston know this amazing woman, but I can't wait for her to introduce herself and let us know why she's here and what challenge she's going to be sharing with us today. Do you want to go ahead?
Thank you, India. My name is Frances Dyess, and I am president of the Houston East End Chamber of Commerce, and I'm a native Houstonian, and for the past 16 years, I have had the honor of leading the East End Chamber. In those 16 years, I built relationships with businesses, with community leaders, with neighbors, with restaurants, with all kinds of companies. And some of the challenges I face is everyone comes to me for advice, for ideas, and sometimes I don't have all the answers, but because of the network that I have, I find those answers for them because I am passionate about my community, I'm passionate about Houston, and I'm just here to help.
Yep. So just to reiterate, the challenge that really stood out to me is someone in your role, people trust. And right now with such uncertainty, especially in the Hispanic community, in the government, in the world with technology and everything changing, it's created a lot of uncertainty and distrust in leadership. So when they can find a leader they can trust, then you're getting hit up from all ends of like, hey, Frances, what do you think I should do about this? What's your thoughts on this? What's your perspective? Because those trusted leaders are not always accessible. And the challenge is being able to know how to answer some of those things from a place of your own lived experience and your own knowledge, and other places being an advocate for people that really aren't in the rooms that you are in when it comes to executive leadership on up. Is that right?
It's true.
Okay. So to me, the feedback that really stands out the most to offer, not just to you, but to leaders in your role, is to remember to be accessible or be a servant first, that servant leader, to really ask those hard questions to the people you're serving and not be so busy with conferences and events and planning and just leading that you forget who you're serving and you don't know what their pain is and their needs are, so that you have to assume, or you are using outdated stories of like, hey, something that happened maybe 16 years ago when you first started East End, now the need has changed and people don't always feel like they can be honest and transparent. And they're going to kind of just tell you, everything's great, everything's amazing, but really creating that space. Hey, no, give me some feedback. Let me know what type of leader you need right now. Let me know how this is affecting your mental health, your quality of life, your world, because this is why I'm here. And then when you become the solutionist for the people on the other end, like you shared the story of the Metro Rail, and it's like, the more you talk to your community members, the more you're in the know, the more you can help other decision makers with all this amazing feedback because they gave you the insight. How's that land for you? What do you think? What do you think of when we talk about that?
I love that because it's all about listening. And I sometimes repeat that phrase, talk less, listen more. And it's true because you've got to kind of hear what the challenges are so that you can come back with advice. And then just be transparent. And then always be available. You mentioned being available. I live in the East End. So I walk or I go to shops and I run into people and we have conversations and I give them advice. And if another member has a different challenge, I remember that and give that to them. So I love that advice. It's really true.
And gosh, you live there. Like that speaks volume. I don't mean to yell, but things like that excite me. The fact that you live amongst the people that you serve and support. And it's not to say that these people are beneath you or anything like that, but it really speaks to how much you love. Like you chose to live, in a space where it doesn't feel like work. You get up, you get out, and they're happy to see you coming, and you're happy to see them, and you're not kind of avoiding them or like you made promises and you can't keep it. So that's why people come to you for advice. You are a friendly face. You are trusted. You just ooze Houston all over you. So it's one of those things where you're not just talking the talk, but because they know you live here and you love it, your heart really precedes you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think also because I do a lot of mentoring and I do a lot of just coaching as well. And it's because I wish I had that when I was coming up the ranks or when I was in high school. And so I see myself in all of these beautiful faces. And so it's more determination, it's more passion and more time that I want to spend into helping them.
Yeah, and it's challenging right now, and that's not something to take for granted. If you are a leader and people are messaging you and asking you for advice and seeking you for mentorship and just leadership, it's because you're doing something right. So I want you to definitely speak to Frances's leadership when you guys see this hit Instagram or see YouTube. I see it on YouTube. I want you to just let her know how she touched your life and let her know. And when it comes to just kind of doing that introspection and reflecting on your own leadership style, that you're not, yes, we're busy, and that frustration of having limited time can be prevalent right now, but just really changing your POV on that and just saying, hey, well, obviously I'm doing something right if these people seek me out of all these other leaders and people that they could follow and be coached by and mentored by and follow. They chose me, and that's, for those of us who are called to leadership, that's what the job is. That is what we're supposed to be doing. So I want you to just kind of take an opportunity once you kind of get to this point in the interview, in the discussion, and reflect on just really measuring how you are calculating your wins as a leader. Is it because of how many other leaders you know and amazing big names you know, or is it because you live in the community, you're serving the people, your face lights up when you think of somebody that you just had a conversation with and you were able to help them? That's what's making the difference in the transformative work. So let's just always keep that at the forefront. Before I let you go, are there any other leadership roles or organizations or maybe an initiative that you're super passionate about that you want our audience to know before we end?
Well, I encourage you to connect with me on LinkedIn so that we can stay connected and maybe even message each other for advice or tip, or even schedule a Zoom call, because I give free advice a lot of times. Yeah. But one of the organizations that I'm a member of is Texas Executive Women, and we have a mentorship program and scholarship program for women in college. Because I'm so passionate about young kids going into the workforce, we started an East End Youth Leadership Program. It's for 10th graders at the Raul Ysiguirre School for Success. And it's teaching them soft skills that companies think that they need, or they know that they need in order to get a job. And today I just came back from a field trip with them, and it was at Chevron, and Chevron told them that some of these kids, you don't need a 4-year degree to work in some of these careers. It's really about the attitude, being curious, having being a good communicator. So these are some of the traits that we're instilling in these 10th graders, and it makes me so proud. And again, I wish that I had that back then, but I do so much volunteer. Tomorrow I have a mentor session with an organization called Power on Heels, and I'm so excited about that. But whenever I get a chance, I want to give back. I have no human children, so this is a way for me to extend my family.
Well, thank you, Frances, for being here. It's nice to see the joy after all this time of you doing this, and you are lighting up talking about volunteering. You know, so that's amazing, and I'm excited to have met you and to share you with the viewers here at the Cry But Don't Quit show, and we just can't wait to support you however we can, because you are a jewel.
And you are a jewel too, India.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right, guys. Well, thank you again for watching another episode. Please be sure to subscribe at www.crybutdon'tquit.com if you haven't already. And we will see you back here again with another episode soon. Bye.